Welcome to video 3 in my series of 12 sacred activation series for the launch of Liberate Your Legacy Academy. I'm Caroline Murray, and through Lila, Liberate Your Legacy Academy, I help creative visionaries to birth businesses, movements and bodies of work that impact thousands of people on the planet. And don't we need to impact thousands of people on the planet at the moment? We're going through such a massive upheaval and a period of rapid change and growth at the moment. And it's such a great opportunity to do something. So for all of us, these times are impacting in different ways. And I would like you to consider where the impact is happening in your life. Are you finding that you cannot cope with work, or the thought of going back to an office after you've been working at home just seems unbearable? Are you finding relationships around you difficult? Are you struggling with daily life? Are you struggling to be with yourself on a daily basis? There are so many ways in which the current climate is impacting on ourselves and our mental health, but I want you to look upon this as an opportunity. It's an opportunity for all of us to consider how we have been living up until now, what paradigm we've been living in, and whether or not it is serving us. Is it serving you? Because if it's not, this is your opportunity to rise up, take the initiative, take control, stand in your power, and really make a difference for yourself, your family, your children, and humanity. So I'm talking today about faith. The first part of your legacy is an act of faith. Accepting that you have a legacy is an act of faith. Implementing your legacy on a daily basis is an act of faith. Because at the moment, your legacy is buried deep within you. Somewhere deep down, you will know what you were put here on the planet to do. And yet, the chances are that is buried very deeply in your bones, and you need some help to liberate that and bring it into reality. But it can feel like quite a dark place to go, uncovering the layers and the veils that have prevented you from living your life fully and for claiming who you really are. The veils of family expectations, the veils of cultural expectations, the veil of trauma that you've been through. All these are hiding your light, beneath these layers, beneath these veils, is where you will find that diamond, that spark of inspiration. In fact, the daily sparks of inspiration that take you from living within those veils and living that life where you're not quite satisfied, or you're suffering from mental health issues, or you know there's something more. I work with a client who was suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder, and it was manifesting in a really difficult relationship, an abusive relationship. So when we began working together, the work was all about healing that relationship and healing her from within, surrounding that relationship. As it turned out, she no longer wanted to be in that relationship, and the relationship ended, and she liberated herself, not just from the relationship, but from the person she was, the person she was being, to allow herself to be treated in that way, to allow that experience to come to her. But ultimately, it worked out that beyond that, beyond her difficulties, beyond that veil, she had a mission that she wanted to live out, and she wanted to create a business. And she went on to create a tech business that was supporting people to grow businesses in technology. So there are so many different ways in which your veils can cover up your legacy. Your legacy can be covered in a veil of great success even. You know, it could be that you're hugely successful in your field, and yet there's something inside you that's feeling dissatisfied or uncomfortable and knows that change is necessary. So that faith is the acknowledgement, the faith in that voice of dissatisfaction, the faith to delve into that and to go into the darkness and find what is holding you back, and to dig up what from your experience, what from your life you can bring forward to help create your legacy. And your faith is required for every step of the journey. I've described it at times as though it's like I'm standing on the edge of a cliff and I'm taking a step off the cliff without actually knowing that a path exists. And yet, every time I take that step, the path opens up to me. And that is your experience. That's my experience of faith. So if you're ready to liberate your legacy, get on a call and let's start to map out where you are, who you are, and what you can bring to our planet.